I am going to talk about Google Calendar versus the Outlook calendar. Now, I have had some experience with Google Calendar and really no experience with the Outlook calendar. However, I have been doing my homework, and what I've found is that they both share many of the same features, and it really just gets down to personal choice. So take a look at Google Calendar here. This is my personal one. And basically, what it has to offer is you can easily schedule events by either choosing the plus sign and adding it to your calendar that way, or just clicking on the day and you can add it based on time and day, and you can invite people. Really simple and easy to do. You also have the option to create more than one calendar over here. And basically, it's just a simple layout, easy to use, and I really like it. Outlook, you see, is a much busier looking calendar. This is my husband's work calendar, and you can do pretty much all the same things that you can with the Google Calendar. You can create appointments and meetings, which is the same thing as events. They just have different verbiage. You have, this is his calendar, so he shut off all of his meetings and appointments, but it would all show up on here, and then he has his reminders of what he needs to do. But basically, same things. You can set up appointments, you can invite people to join. It's just, again, it's a busier looking layout. So I created a table to compare the two. And to begin scheduling, again, it's just different names. So Google schedules an event or a reminder, and Outlook, it's a meeting um, or appointment. Accessibility, they are both free and they can be accessed online or offline. So that's another perk for both of them. The display, basically, that's just, the Google is a little cleaner, a lot more simpler, which is very Google. And Outlook has more icons and it's a little bit busier, but again, personal choice. For sharing the actual calendar with people, I give Google a star because they offer permissions that I don't think Outlook has yet. For instance, you can share a calendar and somebody can just see if you're available. You can share a calendar and the person can just view it. You can share a calendar and the person has the option to edit it. Or you can share a calendar and the person can edit it and share that calendar. So from what I read, Outlook has the ability to share the calendar and edit, but I don't know if they have all those other options. But like I said, I'm sure they will get to them eventually. So my vote goes for Google Calendar. I think it's pretty awesome. Okay, now I'm going to talk about the features that I have learned to use with Google Calendar. So the first thing that I really like is that you can create different calendars. So over here to the left where it says My Calendars, I set up one for my family, Harmon family. I have Fort Hays, and then my calendar that's just set up with my Google account. You can also have reminders on there and tasks. So they're all color coordinated so you can identify which calendar goes with which appointment. And if you click on something and you don't want it to show up in the calendar, it disappears. So I clicked out of Harmon family and all my appointments went away and now they're back. So pretty nice to have and very efficient. So the next thing I'm going to do is talk about how to make those calendars. So if you come over to other calendars and click on the plus sign, You have the option subscribe to calendar, create new calendar, browse calendars of interest. That's fun. I went on there and you can find things such as Major League Baseball. Click on that calendar and then you'll get all of the games, and that's pretty fun. So I'm going to create new calendar, and I'm going to make one for work. So I'll title it Chavez, the name of my school. I'm not going to add a description, but I do recommend checking the time zone, because when I first started making calendars, it would default to Chicago. And apparently after making so many, it now defaults to Pacific time, which is mine. So create calendar, then click out of settings, and there it is. So then you can go over to the calendar and click on the three dots. Change your color. I'm going to go with green. I don't have a green calendar yet. And then also it says settings and sharing. So I'm going to click on that, and that's where you can customize it. So I am going to access permissions down here. I'm going to scroll down to share with people. So I'm going to add my work address so I can have it. And then you have this sharing options. So you can send it to the person and they can only see if you're busy or free. They can just see the calendar, see the events and details, but they can't make changes. Or you can give the option to them to make changes to events, or they can make changes and manage the sharing. Well, it's mine, so I'm going to give myself all those options. So I click send. Then you can add notifications, how you want to know about these events that are coming. You can have a sound, or just, I have one that comes up in the right-hand corner, and you can add like the amount of time before, after, let's say 5 minutes before. So you have those options. You can add more. You can have it all day. Lots of options. So then going back, now you just want to make an event. You can click on the day. I'm going to type in staff meeting. We have them every Thursday. You have all these options to choose from. Event, out of office wouldn't apply, but you could do task, reminder. You have your day, and then you can add a time. I'm going to put 7:45 a.m. So you scroll up to your time, and then it ends at 8:45, hopefully. And we have one every Thursday, so you have the option to repeat that reminder or that event. And so I chose weekly on Thursday. I'm not going to add any guests, but that's also an option. Google Meet conference is an option, but I'm not going to put that, and I'm not going to add a location. Now, something important to notice is that it's going to my Harmon family calendar. So I'm going to change that to my Chavez calendar and click save. And there it shows up. So that's pretty simple. Another option is to change how you view your calendar. So you can change it to day, week. You can do your schedule. You can do the entire year. So I'll go back to month, but that's another option. Over here you have your Google Keep, so you can take notes of things. So water garden pack, finished discussion 3. You can add tasks over here. So I have a section on kids, and click on kids, and Saturday I have to pick up Girl Scout cookies. That's over there. So just another option for keeping you organized. So those are the simple basics that I have learned about with Google Calendar. Oh, you can go to the gear and change the density and color of your calendar settings. So here I can go to classic black text. That's nice, but I'm going to go back to modern. Or you can make it compact to your screen, responsive to your screen. I'm going to keep it there. So it's really simple. It's really user-friendly, and hopefully now that I'm using it more, it's going to keep me organized. So thank you.